Hello everybody, Christian Chocolate here. Welcome to episode 3 of Marxism and Minecraft. We are still talking about the labor theory of value. I think there's going to be 2 more videos on that. Maybe more if people have enough questions and I feel like I could answer them in a video. So let's just briefly recap. Right now, Steve, our player character, is standing in for all of human society because we are the only player in this Minecraft map. So we are human society. Our productive capacity, the amount of work Steve can do, that is the amount of labor that it is possible for us to perform. And because it's limited, everything we perform labor on, we are adding value to. We began with no tools or technology or means of production, so we had to punch these trees into wooden blocks. Doing so allowed us to create this axe, which then became means of production that we could use to chop wood faster. While we were punching, we put value into the wood blocks. We did labor on the wood blocks to turn them into planks, and then turn the planks into sticks. We did all that was adding value, and then we did more labor on that to make the axe. Then when we chopped wood down with the axe, it imparted some of that labor that was embedded in it from the work we did into those wood blocks. So the value of a wood block didn't necessarily change, but the organic composition did. It had dead labor embedded in it now from means of production, as opposed to just living labor from punching it in the production process. So now Steve is going to build a house. We're going to need a lot of wood for that. So right now what we're doing is we're clearing out land. And that is part of the production process because it is shaping the land into something that can be used. We're going to make some more means of production. This tree has to go. These leaves in Minecraft that stay floating when you destroy the tree drive me absolutely fucking bonkers. Sorry, excuse my language. Now, using the axe on the tree leaves is a gigantic waste because it's just as fast to use your fists or something that's not going to break. So using up good means of production on something like that would actually be extremely wasteful and inefficient, and no good capitalist would do it because it would lose them money. Oh great, it's raining. As you can see, we just got an apple and some oak saplings from this, so in a sense, chopping these leaves down could also be considered labor. It doesn't really work for what we're doing because it's random, but alright, that's enough space for us to build a little house. Let's remove this crafting table. Alright. Have all these stupid wooden swords that we were pretending were commodities. We're going to put those in a chest for later. This was from when we were pretending that Steve was a capitalist and he was selling wooden swords on the market. Alright, so Steve is going to build himself a house. And this is kind of the equivalent of a society, settling down and building its first town or city or village or whatever. Alright, so we've done all the labor to get the planks that we're going to build our house out of. Now we just did more labor to shape the wood into planks, and now we are going to do even more labor to actually build the house. Let's go here and make ourselves a shovel, more means of production. Now, the value of our house is going to be the value of all of the stuff we've done so far. Not the swords, obviously, but everything we created that's going to go into this house is going to pass its value along to the house, including the shovel, including the all the wood planks that we're going to use for the house, all of it, all the labor that we did, all the labor we're doing right now, digging. The value of this house, this structure, will be the sum of everything we've done so far that goes into it. Now, again, that is not the same thing as price. This house is not a commodity. We are not renting it out. We are not selling it. It's for us. It is absolutely not an exchange value. So don't think of it as any type of price. Again, price is something that comes later, and the relationship between value and price is not so linear. Price is obviously subject to supply and demand. I always think it's funny when people say that Marxists don't understand supply and demand, because, I mean, you can't say that without admitting that you don't understand Marx at all, because Marx talks about supply and demand. Alright, so each one of these planks has labor embedded in it, has value embedded in it from the labor it took to create the plank and to create the means of production that we're using creating the plank. And now, as we place them down, they are we are creating new value, because we are doing labor. Steve, our guy Steve, he could be swimming or frolicking in the rain or hunting or doing whatever else he wants to do. Instead, he is building this house because his labor is finite. He can't have an unlimited amount of labor. When he actually is doing productive labor, it is adding value. So he's going to go back and get some planks, oak planks, I mean. Man, it takes a longer time to do this than I thought. If you hear any little noise, it's my little kitten is sleeping next to me and he's sneezing. Not sure if it's audible or not, but okay, that should be enough to get us going. I think in the interest of time, I'm going to make this a little smaller. So, you see where I'm going with that. I'm just illustrating that the production process doesn't have to be so simple as just an axe or anything like that. Last one. Alright, I think I will cut it here. We'll have one more video where we will discuss the production process and value when technology shifts, when there are technological changes, as we move on from these wood tools to stone tools, and how that affects the organic composition of capital, how it affects the ratio of dead to living labor, how it affects the end value of a commodity or of a finished product. So stay tuned for that. Please leave me a comment. I would love some feedback if these are helpful, if there's anything that's not clear. Thanks so much.